Hello guys, my name is Rebecca Kisidu, aka Mrs. Kiss, and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about prayer. I'm sure you have already seen it in the topics, but it's one of the most important things. In relationship and marriage, there comes a time when a lot of people would like to talk to people about their issues or their issues in relationship and marriage, and usually people would like, or I know that I would like to confide in people regarding my relationship and marriage. And so it is for a lot of people, and it's becoming very hard to find people to confide in or to talk to, even though I do still recommend that very once in a while, if you have issues, you find somebody to talk to. But there is only one person that you can talk to and you can confide in, and your issues will never go out to anybody, and that is God. And I'm sure you know how we call that communication. It is prayer. That's what we're going to talk about today. Let's sit down and talk about this. So I've been married for about 7 years, not too long. But one thing I have known, or I know to be true and very effective, is prayer. And there are many things that goes on in marriage, but that you may use other means. And these days, to be honest, there are a lot of revelations about relationship and marriage. People are giving deep thoughts. People say stuff like, that's deep. People are having relationship goals. People are reading social media status and different revelations and preachings on things on relationship. And and it's good for all of us to learn. But it is so critical that you commit your relationship in prayer to God. He is the only one who can fix it. And there is really nobody who is above prayer in their relationship or marriage. There is nobody that, no matter how good or how bad your relationship or marriage is, you're going to need to pray. There are so many areas, and I'll go over on some of the things or areas that we have ignored praying about in relationship. Even going to talk to your spouse about something, simple discussions, that it is important that you pray, you submit it to God before you even have discussions, especially or more so when you want to talk about pertinent issues, important issues. It is so important. I have personally tested it. When you pray before you talk about things, the effects are enormous. Like it will blow your mind, the positive results that you will get. And also, in area like even your sex life, the Bible says that let your I think in Proverbs chapter 5 verse 18 to 19, it says that may your fountain be blessed and may her breast satisfy you. If you are looking to get married, pray that you will have sexual satisfaction from your spouse. Pray that your partner's breast will satisfy you. Pray that you will have comfort in the arms of your husband. If you're married already, pray. Before you have sex, pray. You have to pray about it, and believe me, you will see results. These are some of the areas that people forget to pray about, or they think that it's too casual, it's not necessary. But I am challenging you, try it. I tell my cousin all the time that whatever, no matter the state or the issue, it doesn't matter if it's big or small, send it to God in prayer. Don't ever think that this issue there, is nothing. As soon as, even if it's fighting over who does the dishes, fighting over who folds the laundry, send it to God and pray over it. If you want your spouse to do something, pray over it first. Me personally, I think prayer is like juju, and people use it. Worldly people, they send their spouses or their partners to juju to cast a spell so that they do whatever they like. If you want, put or send your partner, your husband, to God and cause God to cast a spell on them and see the results. It works magic. If you're in a relationship or if you're about to start relationship, start with prayer. And most of the time, even before we eat, we like to pray. But I'm surprised how many people, or single people, married people, don't pray before they even start looking. Before they even start, as soon as you see the person, usually after they have gotten into a relationship, after they have started talking to the person, after they have gotten into some serious issue, before they start praying, before they start bringing the issue before God. Start with prayer. Pray The Bible says that Eliezer before, and I like that story, before he went to get Rebecca for Isaac in marriage, he prayed before he even started the journey. So start your journey with prayer. If you're married, pray for your future, pray for your children, pray for your children's spouses, pray. The importance of prayer. This is one, I'm not trying to be theological or, creepy or anything about it like that, but it is so important and it yields results. There are so many areas that we can influence if we start to pray. And, today I don't want it to be just fun, but I really hope that you sit down and consider, no matter the stage of your relationship, committed to God in prayer. Ask God to come in it. Whatever the situation is in your marriage or even regarding your in-laws, pray over them. Pray for them. Pray. You can't leave things to chances, sister. You can't assume that things are going to work for you. You can't assume that you guys are all in church or you guys are all dedicated and you guys are all doing this, so things are going to work out. The people who end up with broken relationship, you are not better than them. We are all in this. And this is the same life that everybody's living. Everybody start off, they said that nobody starts off on a bad note or trying to hurt somebody. But if you commit your relationship in prayer, above all, all the other things that you would do. When I recommend that you do other things, if your relationship is going through trials, consider therapy and different things and talking to counselors. But you need to commit in personal prayer. And another thing that you need to also do is also praying together with your spouse. Praying together with your spouse. Prayer is actually a form of intimacy. When you pray together, it brings you guys together. It has a way of, diminishing bad energy and letting bad things go away from you. You guys tend to even try and pray, and after prayer try to make love. It's actually sweeter. There are things that you don't ignore. If you are trying to get into relationship, consider praying together start early. Start with the person early. And I'm very careful to say that you should pray together when you just meet somebody, because you don't know and different things. But it's not. Prayer is a form of intimacy. So usually if the person is not good, they can lure you with prayer, and then you might be in trouble if they are bad or they are out there to get you. So just be careful who you're praying with. Christian brothers and Christian sisters, don't go and hide somewhere that you are praying, because if you keep doing that, one day the prayer will turn into something else. It will turn into a more intensive prayer that will yield children. So please don't do that. But I'm talking about, sincere people who are into relationship, holy living, and trying to please God. Make sure that you pray together. And married people, please pray together. Don't pray aside. There are times that you have to pray separately, but praying together has a way. The Bible says that one will kill 1,000 and two will kill 10,000. When you approach God in prayer together, it has a way of yielding results. Even, when you're asking for things, even before you have babies and things like that, when you pray together, God will answer. I've heard couples testimonies where when they were all together in prayer and they all agreed on the same thing, it helped them to receive the results that they were, asking God for. So the Bible says that don't be ignorant about the devices of the enemy. My sister, the enemy is not your friend though. Don't even think that this thing that you are feeling, your relationship, you are feeling all good, your marriage is going well, you have children, you have things and different things going on well with you. Don't be fooled. Don't think that the enemy, you are untouchable. Don't think that you're a pastor's wife or your husband or your wife is a prayer mama and things like that, so you are covered. You are not going to get tempted, or you are, the enemy is out there. The Bible says that he didn't come to do anything but to steal, to kill, and destroy. Don't think that you're outside his plan. As long as we live on earth, he's out there. And so please stay up. Don't be ignorant that you are doing everything right. Don't be ignorant that he cannot get you. You have to stay prayed up. You have to stay connected. You have to cover yourself in prayer, cover your family in prayer, cover that guy, that man, that woman, that lady that you started to talking to, cover her in prayer. Cover your children in prayer. Cover everything in prayer. Stay prayed up. Don't be ignorant. The enemy is not your friend. So just want to leave this here with you today. If you have any thoughts or any areas that you want to encourage people to pray on, you can leave the comments below. You know, we're all reading, we're all learning from each other, and let's do this. Let's commit our relationship in prayer. Don't ignore prayer. It has the power to change your life. It has the power to change the course of your relationship. It has the power to change the course of your marriage, and it has the power to bring good things into your marriage. So pray and pray and pray. Don't cease praying. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful week and be safe out there. See you in the next video. Subscribe.
Thank you for watching, Mommy. Subscribe.